Get on the ground.
This is Sergeant Rachi standing in the middle of a horrific crime scene on Interstate 94. The entire squad has no idea that they're looking at the final act of a killing spree that began just 2 hours ago. And the monster behind it? He's inside that truck. Around 3:54 p.m. on April 12, 2020, Michigan's emergency dispatchers are flooded with 911 calls.
911, where's your...
No, hi, I'm on 94. I'm on the highway on 94, and there's been a semi-truck. Oh, God, watch out. There's a semi-truck. Get in the car. Get in the car.
Okay, tell whoever's with you, tell them to get back in the car.
Yep, there's a semi-truck that's trying to steal this guy's tractor trailer. The guy's in my car right now. He's wounded. He stabbed him, and he is stabbed.
Okay, wait a minute. Who got stabbed?
The guy that's in my car right now, he drives the semi-truck. This guy, record this.
Semi-driver.
There's this guy that he had an accident with that was in the truck, in an SUV, and now he's
in the SUV?
Yes, and he's trying to stab him. He's trying to steal his tractor trailer right now.
He's trying to steal the semi?
Trailer.
He drove into the side of his trailer for a brief second. I don't want to
get away with the semi-truck or no?
No, he's still trying to steal the semi-truck.
Okay.
They're coming.
As multiple Michigan and Kalamazoo officers rush to the highway, the scene is far more chaotic than they imagine. The semi-truck driver lies behind a passerby's car, his body marked by multiple stab wounds, while his attacker has locked himself inside the semi after crashing it on the highway.
Hey, my thing is how you... Well, first I thought it was going to be, truck driver, called a body and hopped in there, hopped on the road. But it sounded like, so how you let the dude even get inside your truck like that? Where he can jack you and take you out that mug, then stab you up, then kick you out that mug. Like, how that even happen, bro? Like, what?
You got the window parts on you? That'll do the job. You can bring a punch table. To get to him, or you want to talk him out? Hey, bud. Hey, partner.
Hey, bud.
Hey. Hey, can you look at me?
Police are desperate to contact the driver, but little do they know they're witnessing the final act of a harrowing killing spree that began just 2 hours before this crash. The horror began at the Silver Springs apartment on 44 Clark Road in Kalamazoo, Michigan, when a man named Jerome found his friends, 62-year-old Fred Bissell and 41-year-old Jason Dush, stabbed to death inside their home. When officers entered the home, they noticed that the floor was covered in blood spatter. And as they moved into the living room, they found Jason lying on his back with a... while Fred's body was by the couch, his head tilted back, showing signs of severe trauma. Nearby, a blood-stained knife lay abandoned in the kitchen, and a chair with a broken leg, also marked with blood, sat at the entryway. To piece together what led to this harrowing double homicide, the officers immediately turned to Jerome, the man who had stumbled upon this shocking scene.
Whatever y'all need from me, y'all got it.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Okay, so I wake up. Okay. I wake up. There's something like... Yeah, can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay, I wake up, so it's like around 2, okay? About 2. I thought it was 2 o'clock, give or take a little bit. I just woke up. So I go down to ZZ, okay? And, this is routine. I go downstairs. So ZZ coming down the hall, and like I explained to your partner, he kind of tripped or whatever, fell into the corner of the wall. He didn't fall, he kind of fell and caught himself. Okay. So
does he normally have trouble walking?
He lets somebody in. Okay. So
and who's that somebody?
And so anyway, so he lets him in. So I walk back to his apartment with okay. We go in. Now Jason was not there. He was not there. Last time I seen Jason was last night when he left. We knocked on my door. So me and ZZ and that guy he let in, we walked back to his apartment. So the only person that was in there was that guy. that's been staying with him.
Jerome explains that after spending some time at his own home, he had stepped out to do some laundry, and then later decided to go back to check on Fred and made the disturbing discovery.
Come down. Okay, the door was ajar. And I go in, and when I finally realize what's going on, now I see what he talking about. Why did I run out? Okay, yeah, I ran the bills. And I'm beat.
Bill, is Bill the tall guy?
Yeah.
With the white hair?
Yes. I ran the bills, knocking on his door. Bill.
And what did he do?
Well, eventually he comes to the door.
Okay, how long did it take him to come in the door? A minute or two? Or?
A minute or two. He's probably in there asleep.
Okay.
Or nodded out. So he comes to the door, and like I said, me and Bill don't even get along, but he knew something was wrong because he beating on my door and he acting like this. Something wrong.
So when did you guys call 911?
Then that's when Bill said call 911.
Okay.
And then I was I'm still trying to process this shit because I'm like, man,
so
I hope what I'm looking at is just maybe he's unconscious.
Just ask you one question. So after you got a cigarette around like 2:15, right? You're saying?
What?
And then,
yeah, between 2 and 2:15.
You take a shower. How long does it usually take you to shower?
It didn't take me long, by about, I don't know.
Do you take longer? 10-minute showers, 5-minute showers?
It depends on what mood I'm in, how I'm feeling. But I think I only took a shower for about 20 minutes. I'm thinking no more than half an hour.
You went up there to do your laundry. How long does it usually take you to go up there and come back down?
Well, if you
15 minutes.
Yeah, you gotta find
for you.
Mm-hmm.
So around the time, this should have only took like 45 minutes. It would have been like 3 o'clock maybe.
Maybe.
On the cameras, it shows it around 2:45.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Around 2:45. What?
No one called 911 till 4:30.
That's not true.
That's when we got the call.
Well, that's not. Check Bill's phone.
Okay.
Damn. So they did this. So he's saying that he went down there and saw this at 2:30. Around 2:30, 2:45 range. But the police officer said they ain't get the call till 4:30. But he said Bill, once they found out what was going on, he said Bill was like, call the police, call 911. So I don't know, but it sounds like it look maybe like a what? I don't even know if it's an old folks home because like I said, they look older, bro. These dudes look older. So I don't know if there's like a little, they said apartments, but like, I don't know if they for like older, Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying, but like, damn, so I don't think he had nothing to do with it, but like I don't know who telling the truth.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Why didn't get the call till 4:30?
I didn't call 911.
Okay.
He called 911.
Now, while Jerome insists that he doesn't know the suspicious third man who had been living with Fred and Jason, officers can't ignore the troubling detail that the 911 call came nearly 2 hours after Jerome had first discovered the bodies, prompting them to speak with Bill, the man who made the call.
Bill, what do you know?
I had just seen him this week, and like I told that heavyset black guy that was out in the parking lot talking, that they probably could get some really good fingerprints from the doorknobs in the bedroom, because Fred would never lock that door to the hallway. Yeah, he'd always keep that unlocked, and he always kept the patio door unlocked. Well, ever since this guy moved in, Fred's kept that door locked. The one to the hallway.
Because he must see. That's why you don't see. So Fred must have knew something was wrong. And that's why that's why I don't invite people to your house, move in. Yeah, I'm cool. You find your own place. I ain't that friendly, bro. I ain't never been the type of person. Oh, hey, man, you can stay here. You can live with me. And I ain't, but it sounded like Fred knew something was wrong with the dude. Something was wrong with dude. Because he said ever since dude moved in, he been locking the door. He have everything else unlocked. But as soon as dude moved in, the patio door and the hallway to the door been locked. And it looked like one of them was in a wheelchair. I mean, a little, not a wheelchair, but the little, little motor chair. So Fred knew something was wrong with dude. He knew dude wasn't wrapped too tight in the head.
So when I went down there today at noon, 1 o'clock, whenever it was.
I wonder if it's like a
Because I was
veteran's
going to
home or
give
something. I don't
him
know.
Easter dinner was ready because I made macaroni salad and Fred loves my macaroni salad. Well, the door was locked. Huh? Between noon and 1:30, and the door to the hallway was locked. But then when Jerome come down and banging on my door and ringing my doorbell, because I was taking a nap, about 4:30 or whenever I called 911, I can't remember what it was. I went back down there. The door to the hallway was unlocked. And so I was kind of suspicious there. But when the other Jason and myself went into the apartment, I didn't even see Fred at the time because I was too worried about Jason because he was laying over there by the couch, and I touched his ankle and I thought it was cold to the touch and stiff. And that's when I turned around and I saw Fred laying there with all the blood around and everything. I went right out and I was on the phone with 911 at the time. So I don't know what the hell happened. But the guys upstairs there that was hanging out on the balcony, they said they saw 3 guys leave the apartment complex about 2:30 or 3 o'clock this morning. So I don't know who the hell they were.
Bill's statement at least confirms Jerome's claim that a third man had been living with Fred and Jason.
Right.
But there is still much to determine about the timing of the incident and whether this person was involved or had fled before the attack. With unanswered questions mounting, officers decided to speak with other residents in hopes of learning more. But before we continue, we want to share something important. When we started this channel, we expected these are compass and a password manager. All
Wheezing, breathing really heavy, and kind of walking in an awkward way. As we got closer to each other, I recognized him, and I said, "Hey, Kenny," and he said back to me, he was trying to say, "Hey, Jack," but he couldn't get it out. He breezed by me. I turned around and I said, I'm kind of freaking out, but I think I said, "Hey, Kenny."
Hey, just take a deep breath. You're not in any trouble, and it's just stressful.
Yeah. So I think I said, "Hey, Kenny," and he said, "Leave me alone, Jack," or "Leave me alone, Jackie," and then he walked out. I kind of followed him out. He got into his car, and I saw him pull out. He was kind of leaning when he pulled out. I didn't really think anything of it other than maybe he did drugs and he having a hard time breathing or something. I didn't know he was going.
He was up there tussling with them dudes. Or he was doing because you could see everything knocked over. He was up there fighting them dudes while he was trying to kill. I don't know what happened, but it was a struggle going on up there. That's why he was out of breath.
I moved a bunch of stuff out of my car into the apartment. After that, I met my neighbor Mark, who helped me. Do you want me to tell you everything that was weird, or do you want me to just tell you?
We'll just talk about that.
Tell everything,
so,
bro.
as he's coming out, did you notice his clothes? What he was wearing? Do you remember any of that?
He was wearing dark clothes. He was walking on the right. He was walking on the right side. I was walking on the left side. He did not. I don't think he had a hat on, and that's why I didn't recognize him at first. Because usually he wears a hat. But maybe he did have a hat.
On the Michigan.
That's not gonna help.
Look, he got on the Michigan hoodie.
I just remember his dark clothing.
Do you notice anything out of the ordinary about him that day, other than he was just breathing heavy and?
Yeah, just it wasn't normal. He wasn't. That wasn't the Kenny that I.
What's the typical interaction with Kenny?
He definitely has a weird accent and a slur. He kind of doesn't remember a lot of things. He's just funny. I don't know. He's funny. He talks about his daughter Kendall a lot. It's really nothing serious by any means. I just wasn't. He wouldn't breeze by me ever. The last time I saw him was a week ago, and he was parked out in the parking lot, and we talked for 20 minutes, me just standing there talking to him. So he was not interested in talking to me at all. Something was wrong, obviously. I just thought it was his breathing.
Do you know if he has an apartment here by chance? Or
my understanding is that when I talked to him last week, he was staying at the motel on Fort Custer. He'd been staying there since he exited the program of 22, and he's waiting to go down south. I'm not sure what he was waiting on, but that's what he was doing. That's what he's been doing.
is that Kenny?
Yeah, it's Kenny.
Let me see.
But if he is the dude, why did he kill them dude? Like what made him? Like I said, because they said the dude that was in the car, I forgot his name already, but he said Fred dude locked the door. So dude, something must have been wrong with dude. Like he just snapped out and just said, fuck it, and I'm gonna unalive these dudes. Something must have been going. It had to be like a dispute or something, bro.
Okay. Do you know him? So you said you were in program 22 with him?
Yes.
Can you explain what that is exactly?
Program
Yeah,
22?
It's a psychosocial program through the VA.
Okay, so I knew it was something kind of. I knew it was some kind of because like I said, they all like the people that live there. You can tell the difference. Like, okay, this is a regular apartment complex, or like where they put certain people in, but. They all from the military background, service background. And she met him in the 22 program. It's a psycho.
It's basically a rehabilitation program. It's a 90-day program. Kenny was there before I was there. And he went through the program. He probably was there 6 weeks before I was there.
Okay.
So I spent about half that time with him. And he graduated. Yeah, that's all I kind of really know about him.
Yeah.
Something wrong with dude.
And you said he left. You saw him get into a car. Did you watch him go outside? Did you go outside with him, or how did you see what he was driving?
I went outside. I was standing in the windows. I was either standing in the doors or I went all the way outside. But I saw him. He was parked on that side of the parking lot, and I did see him get in his car, but I saw him drive, and I saw him in the front seat. He was leaning, and I saw him go around the corner to go out.
What does he drive again?
He drives like a gold SUV. I want to say it's a Mercury, but I could be mistaken on the brand. I think it's a nicer car. I think I was more concerned. I didn't recognize him at first, which was weird. And then I did recognize him. Something was off. I didn't see. I didn't even look at his hands. I couldn't even tell you what those were doing. I just know that he was wearing a bunch of dark clothes, and he didn't look normal, and he wasn't breathing normal, So
he snapped out, bro.
Or sick, or out of breath, or something.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, absolutely. Like I thought he had done drugs, gone bad or something. I don't know what you do, but I assume he did something. That's what I thought. Is he did something and he couldn't breathe, and he wanted to get out of there, and because he didn't.
He's up there. I'm trying to tell you, he snapped out and went crazy, and then he was up there fighting them, poking them dudes up, and then he got that. That's gonna tire you out, bro. So it sounded like the dude snapped, bro, and just like I said, it went crazy.
Want to talk to me, and when I turned around and be like, "Hey, you okay?" He's leave me alone. I was like, "All right, dude, leave me alone." Like,
he's moving faster than he.
You feel me? For you beat next.
Yeah, he didn't stop to talk.
Officers finally have a name. Kenneth, or Kenny, who is believed to have lived with Fred and Jason.
He just had.
But when
he just had to be black, bro.
Speak with Jerome's girlfriend, Brianna, what she says points the finger at Jerome again. By the way, if you're finding this video interesting so far, please do us a favor. Make sure to hit the like and make sure to hit the subscribe button. Now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did forget about this.
He's lying. I think you guys are a little mixed up on your timelines. So he basically said he goes down there one time, comes back up, gets clothes around, and then he goes back down again to get a bar of soap. Then he comes back up. Then he goes down.
I did forget about the soap. I'm sorry, I did forget about the soap.
Okay, so let's try.
I can only use certain kinds of soaps. And he's like, "Well, Bray, can you use Irish Spring?" I said, "Yeah, that's fine." And then he did come back up with the soap. Okay. I just totally forgot about the soap. That's my bad.
Okay. So then he goes, gets the soap, and then he goes back down again with all, after he gets the laundry and stuff around. Then he goes and does his laundry, and then he comes back up and says, "I think Zizi's dead."
Yeah, but I didn't know that but he was leaving, and I didn't know that he was going down there. I just thought maybe he might go and check on laundry or something. But I didn't know exactly where he was going because he didn't really say. And then he came back up, and I heard the door open, and as I'm getting my lotion and put on, he opened the door with Bree. I think my friend Gigi did.
Okay. Do you know that guy?
Nope.
Have you ever seen him before?
Nobody knows the dude.
Bible study? Okay. Have you ever been to ZZ's room?
Nope, I've never even been to his apartment.
Okay. Do you know the Jason guy?
He's been there a few times. Been there a few times. Joe's place. He showed up a few times, but I don't personally know him.
Okay. How long you been staying with Jerome?
Well, I stay on and off because I'm not on leash, so I stay there on and off. This time I've been there about a week.
About a week.
What the fuck? What kind of shit?
And like you said 3-4 days ago, that you had the Bible study when that one guy showed up, and and what did he say when he was there?
He just introduced himself, and then he was talking about how he was going to get ready, get back into reading the Bible and closer to God. And he sat in a chair, and Jason was sitting here, and I was here, and Jerome was here.
You got closer to God already.
He really didn't say much. He just was agreeing what they were talking about as far as, like, you know, the Bible study and stuff, and what they were talking about, certain parts in the Bible and stuff. He's like, I understand that. I agree with you on that. But it wasn't very many times that he had spoke.
When you say he introduced himself, what did he say his name or nickname was?
He just said, I believe it was Kenneth. I think that's what he said his name was.
Kenneth?
I believe that's what he said his name was.
So we looking for
Kenneth.
Kenny.
Did he drive anything?
Nope, nothing I know of.
Was he there with any other girls or guys?
Nothing I know of. The only one I seen him with was Jason.
Okay. And you've never seen him prior to this. Now, do you know any of these guys that own or possess any kind of weapons? Guns, knives?
Nothing I know of.
No?
Like I said, the main one I mess with is Jerome. I really don't.
Sure, I get it.
ZZ, you know, I know they've been friends for a long time, but I only met him one time. And then that other guy, Kenneth, I think his name was, I only met him that one night. And then Jason's been, because I'm not.
Something is clearly off with Kenneth. But with timelines muddled and statements conflicting, investigators decide to bring Jerome.
You got to bring Jerome back, because Jerome ain't telling it all, bro. Jerome, you ain't telling it all, bro. Now you know what Kenny did. You know what he did. It's okay, bro. You probably gonna tell anyway, but like it's cool, bro. If you know he did that to your homies, then he did that to your homies. Like my thing, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, look, he, like I said, the dude must have knew something was wrong with him, because he said the dude always had the door locked now. Like, I'm not gonna forget that. But yeah, we got to see what Jerome ain't telling it all, bro.
Home in for questioning, hoping to uncover whatever truth he may be hiding.
Yeah. He knows what's up. He knows what's going on.
But despite repeated questions about his relationship with Jason and Fred, about Kenny and possible motives, and about his own movements during the incident, Jerome remains consistent with his original statement, leaving detectives with no grounds to hold him. As they return to the reports and images from the house search, investigators start to uncover their first real clue, a certificate bearing the name of 56-year-old Kenneth Hoskins from a course that one of the neighbors had mentioned. As they review the surveillance footage to further verify Jerome's statement, a chilling reality begins to take shape. Jerome had been telling the truth all along. Surveillance shows him carrying his clothes to the laundry room before heading to Fred's apartment floor. There, after making the grim discovery, he is visibly distraught as he rushes to get Bill and another neighbor for help. When the trio returns to Fred's apartment, they step inside briefly before emerging, visibly shaken. Jerome remains caught in the shock of his friend's death, while Bill is seen on his phone, likely placing the 911 call. They also spot Kenneth with Fred and Jason, possibly walking toward the apartment. Just as Jerome had mentioned, Jason steps out, and Kenneth is seen following him. After Jason returns, he is never seen leaving the apartment again.
Damn.
Kenneth, however, is seen walking out, slapping his head in apparent frustration later on.
Yeah, because he know what he just did. Yeah, Like, God damn, man, I just did that. That's what it was, bro. But it's just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and like, why y'all let him stay there if y'all knew he was crazy? Or like, is it like, I don't know though. It's just, man, I don't know if he was trying to rob him or something, or he just really just snapped out. I don't know. It could be a little bit of both, but it just ain't making sense, bro.
Investigators realize that Kenneth may hold the key to every unanswered question.
Oh, he do.
If he is responsible for Fred and Jason's deaths, he's out there, armed, dangerous, and unpredictable, and needs to be tracked down immediately. What they don't realize is that Michigan and Kalamazoo officers have caught up with him in even more dire circumstances, and his next move is about to rattle the entire unit.
Sir, can you look at me? 782. What's going on? Hey, partner, what's going on? We're gonna take. All right. I'm gonna take out this side. He stabbed himself.
He stabbed himself?
Who has less lethal?
What?
Who has
We need gloves on.
Yep.
Hey, partner,
We seen him with the knife. We don't know what else he has. He just stabbed himself.
Damn, bro.
Hey, it's a little slot right there. Yeah. Blood from the chest. We're gonna need a few people geared up to get him out of here.
Watch out for K9.
He's got knife down, right? The knife is on the floor. A lot of blood from the chest.
Okay.
We're gonna need life up here to do a load and go on him.
All right.
We're gonna need at least 2 people, one under the left arm, one under the right. We gotta get him out of here to get him treated.
Knife is secured.
Knife is on the floor.
Hello. Are you okay physically?
I am not anything but an innocent bystander trying to help a
Okay.
out.
All right.
And whatever little this victim has to say eerily mirrors what may have happened to Fred and Jason.
This isn't the truck driver, right?
He is the truck driver.
Okay.
Showing me the truck driver running for his life, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Welfare check, 710 Collins, 211 Washington Square.
I've never seen somebody try to kill themselves by stabbing themselves in the chest.
Right.
That's,
you feel me?
I don't know what it looks like, but
You feel me? Usually, you know, they just slit, you know, of the neck, but not, yeah, that stabbing, yeah, that is crazy.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah. Looks like it's slowing down a little bit.
Yeah. He didn't cut you, he went straight in with you.
He ran past me and he stabbed me.
So he went,
And then I started
How you let him get in the truck?
Caught me by
Yeah,
surprise.
your door locked or something?
My wallet and everything's in the cab.
That evening, Kenneth was admitted to Borges Hospital in Kalamazoo with serious, though non-life-threatening, stab wounds. The following day, Battle Creek investigators were notified that Kenneth was at the hospital. He refused to speak with detectives and immediately asked for a lawyer. While investigators could never pinpoint a clear motive for the double homicide, they believe that it may have stemmed from an argument. His attack on the semi-truck driver, along with changing clothes and shaving his beard, may have been part of a plan to evade police, a theory supported by evidence found in his car. Kenneth remained in the Kalamazoo jail until January of 2023, when he was charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder in Calhoun County. He is currently serving a minimum 20-year sentence in a Michigan Department of Corrections facility. The semi-truck driver, who sustained minor injuries, was released from the hospital the same day. If you found this case interesting, well then please make sure to check out my video on the anonymous...
Man, he should have got life. Crazy. Which I like and comment. Let me know your thoughts on the video, man. If y'all new here, hit that sub button. Catch y'all in the next video. We out.